We have just entered the Hebrew month of Adar. The Talmud says, Mishanichnas Adar marbim b'simcha. When we enter the month of Adar, we should increase in joy. Basically, be happy. You may ask, how can I be happy? I've got issues, challenges, difficulties. Is there an on and off happiness button? Is there a secret to happiness? Well, I for sure think so. You see, we live in a society today. We have so many luxuries and conveniences that our grandparents would have only wished for. From cell phones to computers and internet, the ease of flying and driving, you would think that we would live in the happiest society ever. But that's not the case. Why? Well, the Torah in Deuteronomy tells us, V'samachta b'chol hatov. You shall rejoice in all the good that God blesses you with. You want to rejoice, recognize, appreciate, be thankful of all the blessings in your life. In Judaism, there's a custom, as soon as we wake up, even before we get out of bed, we say these Hebrew words, Moida ani lefanecha melech chai v'kayam. Thank you, God, for returning my soul and for allowing me to live another day. The first few pages in the Hebrew prayer book is all about blessing God for our eyesight, for our mind, for our clothing, for our ability to walk, for our family, etc., etc. When we start off the day with that mindset, with that attitude, then when challenges do come, and they will come, we put them in perspective. It's like the man who's flying on vacation, and he gets there and he says, it was a terrible flight because my armrest didn't go up and down all the way. This man didn't think about the fact that he's flying 30,000 feet in the air and not falling. Miracle upon miracles. A scientific miracle. And yet he's complaining it's miserable because his armrest didn't go up and down. They tell the story of a man who goes up on the 45th floor to collect a debt. He's paid in cash. Before he leaves, he goes up on the roof to get a bird's eye view of the city. He's marveling at the beautiful view, but it's cold, it's a winter day, and it's starting to get dark. And he decides to head out. Well, gets to the door and realizes the door to the roof is locked from the outside. He can't get in. He begins shouting. Nobody hears him, he's too high. And he thinks of an idea. He takes his big envelope of money and he begins throwing down $1 bills. And he watches as they hit the floor, and he sees people just picking them up and walking away. He tries it with the $5 bills, the $10 bills, and out of desperation, he takes the $100 bills and just throws them off the roof. And he watches as they sail down, as they hit the ground, and people grab them and walk away. He doesn't know what to do. It's getting colder, it's getting darker, and he sees a bunch of pebbles. So he grabs a handful of pebbles and throws it off the roof. And he watches. As it hits the people below, they turn up and they start shouting and screaming and pointing at him. They call the police. And the police come up to arrest him. And he says, it's amazing. You throw down dollar bills, $100 bills, people just take them and walk away. But you throw a small pebble, and they look up and cry and complain and scream. Can we relate? When God showers us with blessings of health, of family, of relationships, financial blessings, we take them and walk. But when a pebble hits us, we're faced with a challenge, we all of a sudden turn up and kvetch and scream and complain. During this month of Adar, let's increase in joy. Let's focus, let's appreciate, let's count, let's be thankful of our blessings on a daily basis. And we will be blessed with a happy month and a joyous Adar.